The research phase. So I just want to grant a couple tips to students that are developing kind of a research sheet. And this is one thing that I always see in like a discussion board, or let's just say in a class setting. They always, they're going to Google. You guys look for images and you pull information from those images. But it's usually like one at a time, and it drives me insane because I know that people pull information much faster than that. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I do all the time when I'm developing a research sheet and how to view it a little bit better. Here I have Windows, okay, so it has to be Windows environment. I have Photoshop open. So this new document that I have, like when you develop this, keep in mind your screen is at a ratio. Okay, so 1280 by 1024 fits well with most screens. Keep your resolution very high, like 300 dots per inch. When you're finding images on Google, make sure that they are clear images. Don't shop at the first page of Google. It often sucks. Okay, so if I'm looking for medieval stuff, let's say I'm looking for the idea of there's things in a scene, and those scenes need to be developed. Okay, well, I'm going to look for information like I'm not going to find photograph reference back then. There's no doubt about that. I am going to find architecture based upon older environments. I'm going to always go into the full size image and copy that image. And then I'll just go edit paste. Okay, I'll zoom out and make this really small. I could do that because this is 300 dots per inch, so the image will stand true even if it's really small. Now I have a few on this one, so I'm just going to skip ahead. So this is one I've kind of been working at for a second. The next thing I will tell you is if you go like this, save as, and save it as a PDF. And let's save that. Then go find Adobe Acrobat Reader. It's free. You can download it. Let's go in and open that document with Adobe Acrobat Reader. And there it is. Okay, so it's going to pop up with a Reader. And Reader is kind of slow, but it is nice that it has a couple features. There we go. It has the feature of zooming, panning. Yep. You can use the spacebar to pan around. You can use Alt wheel to wheel around. And I know there is a zoom actual shortcut, but let's see here. Zoom in and zoom out. To find the shortcut, I would probably research Google just for a second. I don't know it off the hand. But the problem is this thing doesn't float. So if you don't have a secondary monitor, you're kind of screwed. But here's an alternative, because I like to keep this on top of most windows. So if I'm in Maya or in another 3D application, I can have this floating on top, or I have it on my secondary monitor. There is a neat little application that I use all the time. It's called WindowOnTop. And it's produced by Sky something, so I'm just going to type in Sky. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here and tell you who develops it. SkyBN from skybn.com. There we go. WindowOnTop. Download this. It's going to be your best friend forever and always as a modeler. And let's see if I can get it without getting any kind of weird application along the way. Okay, so what does it do? I already have it installed, so just make sure you have the window on top. Make sure you don't get anything else. It is kind of fun to find every once in a while. I bet this one would be better. Yes, here it is. So window on top. Now, once you have that application, you launch it. And it says, drag the hand to the target. Well, my target, I want this window. And I'm just going to click and drag the hand over. And now it's on top. Okay, what's that mean? Well, let's go over to Maya and find out what that means. Alright, now I'm in Maya. I'll make this up in the corner. And I'll drag this off somewhere else. I don't care where it goes. Look at that. I'm in Maya, and I can keep my reference image up here. And once I remember the shortcut key to zoom, I can zoom in to little bits of the scene. Whoa. And if I'm developing that latch right there, I can do that. So it's these little things that really help out to the student, no doubt about it. These little research tips and being able to pull off reference just like this. Another thing, if you're watching videos, incidentally, I'll cover that also, just because if you're watching a video, use VLC Player or Windows Media Player. And there is also a feature in here that says always on top. So once you launch a video, you can always choose that. And if you're watching training via video, you can be in the application and still watch the training at the same time. All right. So those are some training tips, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, one last thing. For those students that are posting to a discussion board 14,000 different images, I would rather have you have this one image and go File, Save for web devices. This one image has a lot of information in it, and it would overtopple any like 6 or 8 pictures they have to post at one time to the discussion board. All right, so enjoy.